Hey everybody, this is Grace, and if my voice sounds funny to you on these videos, let me know. Leave a comment below, and I'm going to tell you why. When I listen to my videos, when I'm talking, my voice is just one way. But when I listen to my videos before I upload them, I sound like me. I upload them. If I listen to them on my desktop, an actual desktop computer, it sounds so weird. It's like every other or every few seconds it changes my voice somehow. It's not just smooth. My voice is kind of smooth. You know how your voice stays on a kind of even keel? Unless you're purposefully changing it. No, man, it changes my voice. And it's done this for years. I think every phone. But once I upload it, before then, no. Once I upload it, yes. And I've had more than one phone. I think, actually probably 2 or 3. I don't know how many. But I want to talk about just having, if I believed in luck, I would say this is bad luck. That this is representative of how my life tends to go. Okay, not in everything, but in enough things that this is just an example. Okay, making videos. When I first started off making videos, I didn't know that there was more than music and how-tos, that kind of thing. And I saw somebody do a Dollar Tree video, so I said, I can do that. And I didn't even know. I was so like, wow, this is exciting. And then my phone would only let me do like under 3 minutes. That's all. I didn't know anything about editing them, putting them together, all that stuff, I learned. But then I remember I had this old webcam, and I wondered, will the webcam work? Do it? And the webcam was old then. I think it was 7 years old. My first channel, I've had 7 years since last month. I've been making videos on it. I don't use it anymore, but yeah. So I used this webcam. It was great. It was wonderful. I was on camera myself, and I have no problem with that, except, let me go on here. Okay, so I was making videos, happy as could be, and I don't know what happened that I don't know what happened. I think it was that was when I got Windows 10, a new computer in Windows 10, and it wouldn't work on Windows 10. And so, I called the place back and forth. Oh, it's your computer, it's this, it's that. You have to call them, just a bunch of BS. So I went and bought two different webcams. So all 3 of them would have been different. I don't know what happened to that old webcam. I tried to find it before. I couldn't find it. But, so I tried that, and neither one of those worked either. I was livid. Yeah. Because it doesn't give a warning. And I called the place and said, well, y'all should give a warning, blah, blah. Well, you can download this, here's this, there's that. And more than one time, over years, okay, not going to work. So eventually I just bought a microphone, a nice microphone. I mean, it's a somewhat nice microphone. It works great to me. And so I got that. But then Adam started working from home last year, like in March of 2020, and it's too noisy in the house. He's home all day. There's not any time, between him and whatever animals that we had at the time, and just too noisy inside. So I have to go somewhere. And when COVID happened, it was like I don't want to go down to the park. I've done it. Go down to the park, and there was a time where you couldn't go out anywhere unless it was for essentials. So I didn't go then, and oh my goodness, I could go on. Okay, so anyway, and I'm going to go on. One time I did a video about it that, I think it was earlier this year. Probably was. I went to the park, and I've been doing this for years, going to the park. Sometimes I sit under a tree, the same tree usually, because it's got shade, and if any kids that would be at the park would be behind me, and not close behind me either. And then some woman came out of her house and walked down the road, got in front of me, not right there, but like 2 car lengths or something like that. Started taking pictures of me and a video. someone around my age, and she looked like she did not belong in the neighborhood. She looked like me. Really, seriously, but short. She's short, I'm not. And that's a little bit of a joke. She looked like me. So, but seriously, she did. I mean, she looked like people I grew up with. I should say it, put it that way, because she didn't really look like me, but people I grew up with. And I could go on about that, but anyway, so she started doing that, and I'm like, and it kind of just ruined it for me. It really did, kind of. I still have gone down there to do it, but it's still, you know how some things just leave a negative little taint on it. But anyway, I'll go there sometimes, you know. But, you know, when it was summer, kids were out for summer, and there's school times, and it's summertime, still summertime, and it's hot, and my camera gets hot. That, you know, the time that I could be under the tree is not that long. So I'm not one. I wake up like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, as it is, and you know, once it's light, I could go down there, and it's cool, and I've done that recently, and but still, you know, the whole thing of this, how can somebody live in front of a park and have problems with people being at a park? You know, I mean, if you see somebody more than once there, like, oh my goodness, but don't get me started on that. But the bad luck is, you know, it would have been great if I could do them at home, and even though my cameras don't work and I wouldn't be on the camera, I still could be at least voice. You know, I'm glad that Adam's, you know, working from home, but I mean, I don't know how it made it, really, and it's good for him too. But anyway, it's just that one thing after another. Now, also, I can be on camera, like I said, I could use my cell phone to be on camera, but the cell phone is a funhouse mirror. Every camera I can remember, when it was like when they first started coming out, somebody took a video of me, or I had the camera and I was looking at myself, and I said, "Who is that?" It just made me look really, really young and just odd. And it would look, I actually looked kind of better, but I looked like a little bit like a chipmunk. You know, that chipmunk look? Yeah. Anyway, so I have a funhouse mirror here. And one time, the last time I think I actually made a video that I was going to try to use with me on camera, I was sitting out here, and when I looked at it, I went, what the? My face looked like a, well, I want to say like it's not an eggplant. What are those? It's that kind of shape, but they're other kind of gourds, I think you call them. I think there's some kind of pumpkin, or I don't know, squash or something, and it's orange. That's what my face looked like. My face is round. Okay, it's nothing like that. And none of when I take pictures or whatever, I do not look like myself. So my voice has changed. I don't look like myself. And it changes my voice. I don't look like myself. And if I use that one, what is it called? What do they call it? Visual effect. It's a cartoon kind of thing. And it outlines everything. And it makes me have a gap between my teeth. And the way the teeth look are really odd in it. I'm serious. And that's not all. That's not all at all. Like, I have allergies. I just now felt it. And I come out here and I'm going to start coughing and sneezing. You know, this is Texas, north of Dallas. And it's just like something's blooming pretty much most of the time. And I'm going to have allergies. An allergy attack, and coughing and sneezing, like I just said. And so there's so much more too, just to try to make a little video, and that's just on the making of it side. Okay, also my mount broke. This one won't stay up, and if I'm going down the road, what people are seeing is mainly the sky, and if I'm just sitting there, mainly something high. It's not going to stay straight. And I ordered one, and of course they didn't have it. So I'm serious. This is how my life goes. It's like, kind of like the more I try to improve something I'm working on or something, the more it's going to go wrong, bad, you know. And it's kind of the story of my life. I'm amazed. I'm telling you, seriously. Okay, and there's also this of, if I come out here and sit for the longest, I mean, like over a year, I would come out here and sit and do videos in front of my own house, okay? In my own driveway, in my own SUV, and at least one of my neighbors, 2 of them, really, would watch me. Okay, you see me do it once, curious, yeah. See me do it twice, and you're going to continue to watch, you got a little issue going on. But if you keep doing it month after month after month, you got a problem. Okay, seriously. First, curious. After that, you see me do it, nothing happened, go away. Turn your eyes away. But just stare at me or it's like they come out on purpose right when I start doing this. It's like, my goodness, I don't get people. But I did make videos, and I'm going to say this. I had made several videos, but different channels. I have more than one channel and for more than one purpose. And now I'm trying to bring them all back here, so it's going to sound like I was obsessed with talking about it if I make them public. And then this one, I just made one of them public today that was from, here it is, September, and it was from, I think when I first started making videos like that back in May. Yeah, May, I think it was. And when a lot of weird stuff was going on. But I did mention in one of them, eventually, that, you know, I think in that one I mentioned this about, it's not paranoia, it's just being in denial. Okay? Really, people are doing creepy, weird stuff like that, and not wanting to believe it. You know, really. Not wanting to think, really? Seriously? You know, I get upset about people coming out their window, but one of the things I had said in one of them, I think, at least, is that, you know, when people are pointing the finger at you, yeah, that whole thing. But to me, it's more like I should be pointing the finger at them. You know, all these years I should have been. Every once in a while I would notice stuff, and I used to walk my dogs a lot, and you know, I would walk looking down because I'd fallen before, and make sure I don't trip on the sidewalk like I did that time. Busted up both of my knees really bad, scraped them really bad, seriously bad, and couldn't walk for, I think, walk right for a month. Then my dog knocked me down. Well, the dog knocked me down, that was hurt my face, but before that I fell down on a hardwood floor, rebusted one of my knees, my left one. But anyway, so when I walk, I look down. I'm not going to fall again. I mean, it just scares me that I would fall again. And what would be bad, it probably would be really bad. And, but then I did too. I still walk, you know, would look down, watch my walk, you know, when I'm walking. And I would still see some weird stuff going on, you know. Because you know how it is, like if you're walking and somebody says something, you can naturally look up and see if they're talking to you. And I would see stuff. And, you know, walking, you notice stuff. I'm not sitting there looking at their houses. I am the total opposite of nosy neighbor. Seriously, I'm like the total opposite. I really don't care to know what you're doing. You know, if something is really suspicious, yeah. But I'm not one to go looking for that. I'm not one to look around. And when I walk out, I'll look around, make sure, you know, who's walking around or anything like that. You know, be safe like that. Yeah, you have to be. You should be. I can't give anybody advice, but you know how it is. But I still notice stuff. Like, one time we were out to watch the fireworks, and some really weird things went on. Okay, I don't know if that clipped or not. Okay, it didn't make the noise, but anyway, we went out to, you know, to watch some fireworks, and it was still a little bit light, and you know, people do, they come out to look and see the fireworks and stuff, and a woman, she let me just sum it up instead of go what happened that was really weird. But from the looks of it, and everything that we've heard since then, was that apparently her husband was cheating on her, and she came home, found the woman's, the car there or whatever. I think it was a car. She called for a tow service. They rushed out. She must have known the person. They drove through this road with their kids, grandkids, and stuff like that, flying in the sky, grabbed the car, took off, and from what I understand, her husband was cheating on her. She found, and then they had a huge fight, and I mean big time fight, and she kicked him out, and they sold the house, and they've gone. Okay, so that's the Reader's Digest version. But yeah, it was kind of like, whoa. But stuff like that, I'm not one to gossip. I just don't really care. I mean, I care about people, but I don't care to gossip. I don't care to really hear it. I mean, if there's something I need to know, I'll listen, But I'm not one to say, don't you gossip with me. It's just like, okay, whatever. So, I mean, it's kind of like, the weird thing is many of the eyes have been on me. I don't do anything. I'm like probably the most innocent person around here, as it is, seriously. I don't watch people. I don't do anything wrong. I'm just a person that doesn't get into trouble. So that's when I say I need to start pointing the finger at them. Okay. How did I get from there to here? I don't know. I would just go with my own flow. But yeah, there is that. It's kind of, well, I know what I'm doing, but talking about is that coming out to, just chill. I want to get out of the house and chill and make videos, and somebody's going to be watching me, really? That's irritating. Nosy neighbors. So, and it's kind of like, where would I go? Well, there is a nature preserve. I could go to there, which I have done before and during, when it was allowed, and I want to start doing that again. But I've been able to do it. I wanted to be fully vaccinated, and I am, and so I want to start going there. But I could have the past few days, and I haven't gotten into the groove. It's kind of like, but that's a lot of work. Seriously. And I want to go and start walking more. I haven't walked enough. I'm going to make a whole video about that. And, start doing that. Test out to see if my heels are going to start hurting again. And, just go there and do videos there. At least there's something that people can look at, really watch happening. And there's a lake back there, but hey, I went out there. I used to make videos there all the time. I'm serious. I used to do videos there so often, not all the time, but very often, until after I made a video, made it public, put it on Premiere, and a couple of people on it said, I had said in the video that there's a strange noise, and they said, that's a rattlesnake. Sure enough, yeah, I heard it. I could hear it on camera, but then I was busy talking, and just didn't realize it was behind a shrub, but also there was something in front of the shrub, I think. And yeah, that was a rattlesnake, and I was thinking it was really loud crickets. So after that, I wasn't so interested in going around the back and all that. I used to walk all around there and everything. And yeah. Okay. And there are so many other things that I could talk about making videos. That's a problem for me. This, like I said, this is like the story of my life, and other things too. But a few other things is like, I have more than one channel, so over 7 years. I had different topics, and I would separate them in channels. I would try out a new channel, see how it worked, and all this stuff. And I had this one woman tell me that she went out and purposefully looked for my channels and found them, according to her. Well, she apparently, she got on a video, and she actually said something. I knew she was talking about me twice, to me. And it was like she didn't like my attitude about something. She was rather, just say theatrical, dramatic, drama queen, that kind of thing. And there it is again, that it just suddenly hits. But after that, I started having problems with somebody coming on my channel and trying to mess with it. Not, mess with the, what's it called? Just watch the channel. Let me just put it this way. Just come in and watch the channel for a few seconds and click off. And on all my channels. All of a sudden. Didn't happen before. Just certain things like that. And, she was trying to ruin my channels. And she went around, and I only saw those 2 videos. I don't know how many other videos she talked bad about me, or to me about me. But she's the one that the finger should be pointed toward. Okay? It's her. Major drama queen. So, I've run across so many of them. Every year, 7 years, every year, I've had some kind of troll with a channel. A troll with a channel is what they are. Okay? Every year. At least one. And a couple of them were for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, and at the same time. And one was male and one was female. And I know I'm not the only person that this happens to. I do know I'm not the only one. Because, some people would leave me a comment saying that it has happened to them. And that's another thing. I hardly ever get comments. I'm serious. I'll have regular people watch me on one of my channels, especially, never comment. No comments. And I don't know if it's because I put my comments as, because I kept getting these troll bots, that would mess up. And I don't know if it's because I put it on all, to hold all comments until, I verify them or I allow them to be seen by other people. Because I get a lot of, like I said, those troll comments all of a sudden. And it really irritated me. I mean, it's been 2 years or more, and they're just still happening. Seriously, I just got one yesterday or day before, sometime recently. So, but anyway, all these troubles, and it's kind of I want to keep making videos. I have more than one channel, and now I've switched more to a different kind of way of doing videos, or topics. Well, not really topics. But basically, it's writing. It's just writing and reading something that I wrote. That's pretty much it. And I put them on more than one channel. And I started doing that years ago. So, but and I just really, since last year, I started picking it up again. Especially this year, really. But you hear my voice. Now my voice is going out because of that allergies. But I'm talking in this, like I said at the beginning of this, it's so weird to hear. And I had listened to one of them today because I wanted to go in and make sure it was going to work right, get up there and then put in the tags and all that. And I listened to one again today, and I'm like, oh man, that's awful. The sound is awful of my voice. The sound of my voice, because of the way it does that every few seconds. It's like it switched to a real high pitch, like this. And it goes down to my normal. Then it goes back up. It's like, goodness. Even my laugh doesn't sound like my own laughter. I don't know what it is. And it's always done this. I mean, like I said, pretty much always for years now. No matter which channel. I mean, no matter which camera. So, anyway, I thought I'd come out here and just talk about this. Get out of the house. That's what I'm doing lately, just getting out of the house. And I'm trying to, I mentioned in yesterday's video that I changed my mind about how I'm going to do my videos, and I'm going to stop that, and I'm going to stick to it, and I'm not going to do it first thing this morning, 3 or 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whenever I woke up. I woke up way too early. It's probably part of the problem. And I started changing things around again. I'm like, I'm addicted to changing things around. You know, which channel am I going to put this on? Which channel am I going to put that on? What am I going to work on today? And crazy. I don't know. I think it really is just my brain needs to be occupied and needs to think about something different than what's going on, or what, you know, or that's going to be Groundhog Day again, all over again. And in this early morning when I barely had any sleep, I think I'm sleepwalking. I sleep eat, and I got choked again last night. I've been sleep eating for a few years. It's scary. I can't stop it. So I used to, when I was a child, I would sleepwalk. And even as an adult, I did it at least one time. And Adam told me. And then started sleep eating about probably 5 years ago, maybe. Somewhere around there. It's scary. It's spooky. It's weird. A lot of things weird. Anyway, wrapping it up. Talk to you on another video. Bye.